Yo, what's up? We're back. Welcome to my 2 cents, and we're here to talk about today cologne and watching what you buy, even at these retail stores. Man, they're starting to get the fakes in there, and we're here to talk about those fakes getting into these retail store chains, and we'll go on from there. I'm not trying to put no bad name on the company, but you wouldn't expect that they are selling fake colognes for almost the retail price. And let's talk about it. I got this bottle last weekend while on vacation in Colorado Springs to be exact, and we drove up to Castle Rock and we went to a fragrance outlet. Now mind you, I live in Kansas City, so there are no fragrance outlets in Kansas City, but got this on vacation last Sunday. Today is the 24th. Last Sunday was the 17th. And so I got this. Planned on getting a fragrance. As you guys can see behind me, I got a little bit of a collection, so I'm not new to the game, but I wanted a bottle of Sauvage. I took this money out. I already opened this, y'all, but I got it back in the cellophane because we'll get back into that in a little bit, but we're going to take this out. And yeah, I got this. This is what I got from the fragrance outlet. Here's the sticker, if you guys can see. I paid $152.99. I know retail is like $165 for the 100 mil. So we're gonna take it out, and I'm gonna show you how I know this is fake. And what I'm doing about it to try to get my money back, or which I really don't want my money back. I want a real bottle of Sauvage EDP. So let's get into it. Nothing about the box really tells me that it was fake. I didn't open it until I got home. So, like I said, I'll throw the box around for you guys to see. There's nothing really on the box that indicates that it's fake to me, because I don't have another one to sit by it. But when we get to the bottle, that's where the true lies come out, alright? So, we'll take it out of the box here. Trying to do too much damage to it, because it's got to go back. So look at the B inside. You guys can see that. And I'm not sure. Sorry. All right, we'll look at the B. I'm not sure that the box is supposed to be white. I think the whole box is supposed to be one color. I'm not sure if the inside of that is supposed to be white. But that's the box. There's the B. I don't know. The B looks pretty good. It's pretty centered, because mind you, this is the second bottle that I've got that was fake. The first one was off Facebook Marketplace. They gave me my money back. And this one is from Fragrance Outlet, so it looks dead center. I don't have another box to compare it to, so. But the bottle is where it comes in, because I don't need another bottle to tell me what I already know. So let's get back into it. Start off with the cap. I can shake this bottle, and the cap here, the cap moves. Now, got a bottle of Booty Chanel that I know is real, and I can shake this thing no matter what, and the cap will not move because it's that strong. Same with my other colognes here. Depends on how top heavy it is, but it's hard to come off. And then we'll get back to this. The cap, I'm not too sure. The cap they did a pretty good job on, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can see the B. The CD. I don't know if this is focusing in, but I hope it is. I'll find out during post. You know, they did a pretty good job on the cap. They're getting better at this, y'all. This is the whole point of me making this video, because I haven't seen any updated videos on EDP Sauvage or any Sauvage fake versus the real as of recent. As we know, back then that they used to have just the regular C and the D on the cap of the atomizer, and the little stupid things that you knew, but they are getting better, but they ain't got that good yet. So weighed this is what it's supposed to weigh. It's 33 grams, and it also does the little twisty thing. It does it well, but it's really not a strong magnet, because I can pull it in. Yeah, you see it fell, so I don't want to break it, but no, it fell. I can't do that with this one, you know. Just won't. I had to really do it down for it to fall. This one not so much, you know. It's like a fall straight down. I'm getting to the second thing about it. The smell. It only lasts, once I spray it, maybe 10 minutes, man. 10 minutes, 15 minutes max is the sillage smell on this. There is no sillage, honestly. Spray it, you might smell it for the first 5 minutes of sillage, and after that it just fades away. You have to put your nose onto wherever you spray it to smell it. So that's the second indicator how I know that they sold me a fake one. And third, look at the atomizer tube. You guys can see it, because you guys can see it. It's not supposed to be that visible. From what the research I've done, I'm thinking that the atomizer tube is supposed to go straight down into it, and it's supposed to be hardly visible in the light. You know, hardly visible in the light, and without the light it ain't supposed to be visible hardly, you know what I mean? So plus I've started to notice little scratches on the paint where they painted the bottle. I don't know if you guys can see it. Just starting to, it's already scratches on it, and I've only took it out here a couple times. So the paint there, the real Sauvage paint, there is no paint. The glass is already like that. And as in the color, look at the color of the bottle. See, it's pretty blue. And from my research, it's supposed to be like a purplish hue. So like I said, we got the cap, weak magnetic cap. The smell, it does not smell like Sauvage. Maybe at the beginning it does, but after the 5 minutes it is gone. The atomizer tube, let's open it up and look at the atomizer while they did a pretty good job on the atomizer cap. I don't know, like I said, I don't have another bottle to compare it to, but I'm pretty sure the real one is a little bit more precise. Take this off so we can look at that here. You know, they're getting better at it, y'all. They took the metal out of the atomizer that the fake ones used to do, so they got it all white. Doesn't have the little slits on the side of the atomizer rim, so maybe they missed that, but I'm sure that's supposed to be on there. And I don't think it's pressurized. Let's see. Look inside of that. So you can see we're getting a little better at this, y'all. Let's give it a spray. Look at the atomizer. Not pressurized. Alright, and we'll get into another thing that I've noticed. Look at the A's on there. Look at the A's. It's not even strong, y'all. After I sprayed it, I mean, you smell it, but it's not. It's fading away already. But the A's, the end of the A's, see how they're a little higher than the beginning of it? The end of it is pretty. It's not even. It's not centered with the whole word. Now, mind you, I got this from Fragrance Outlet, so you guys got to be careful. I don't even think they know that it is fake. So, you know, we'll get into more and more of that later. But let's finish reviewing the bottle, the fake EDP. So you guys need to look out for these things. So like I said, the A's and all the whole word Sauvage is supposed to be an even screen printed, you know, whatever they do, all that's supposed to be even. Look at that A, how it's a little higher than the beginning of it. Same with the other one. And the word doesn't even look even almost to me. If you pay close attention, it looks like it's slightly off. And the Dior is up. It's a little higher from the bottom of the glass. It's a little higher. I think it's supposed to be right even with the bottom of the glasses from the research I've done. But the telltale sign is the bottom of the bottle. Look at those words. Look at those words. They are printed on there, guys. Sorry again, I don't know how this is gonna look, but look at it. The bottom is printed, and it has the first one I got from Facebook Marketplace didn't have a batch code at all, but this one does. But it's still printed on there. It's not etched at all. It's not etched. I mean, I can get a razor and scrape that right on off. I can get a razor and scrape that right on off. All this stuff can be scraped off. And I know from real bottles that I went to Macy's to look at. And, no, just Macy's to look at this bottle. Because they're the only ones that have the out of the bottles you can sample, the actual bottles. Everything is etched in the glass. So, you know. And the batch code does match, so they're getting, like I'm trying to tell you guys, they are getting better. Batch code is 3B03, and you guys can see it matches, if you guys can see that. So it's getting good. Like I said, in the bottle color, like I said, you can, I'm pretty sure that the gradient is supposed to come all the way down. It fades a little bit on the bottom. There isn't supposed to be much clear anything on the bottom. And I'm starting to notice with the light, this thing's floating in this. This is something floating here. Oh my God. You guys gotta be careful, man. You guys gotta be careful. Even if you're buying them from reputable stores, you have to look out and examine your bottles when you buy them. And so I got this from Fragrance Island on the 17th of August. There's the receipt. You guys wondering? There's the receipt. Nothing fake. I had the barcode number, but there's a barcode. I don't know what hackers or whatever can do with it, but you know what I'm saying? So pay $162 with tax, $165.38. So, and they have this exchange policy. We'll gladly exchange or issue you a merchandise credit for the amount of your purchase. 30 days being purchased unopened. How would I know if I didn't open the box? And unused with the original receipt. So, all right, let's get to what I've done so far to rectify this situation. Got back in town Wednesday. I called them, is it Friday, after doing more research on the bottle and getting it open to figure out that it was fake. I talked to customer service. It's an 888-800 number. And they swore up and down they don't sell fakes. And I'm explaining to them, hey, this bottle is fake. I know Sauvage. And you know, I had the toilet smell stronger than this. I have a clone coming in the mail from Amazon called, I think it's Salvo Intense. I'm pretty sure it's gonna smell better than this. There's a couple sprays that I sprayed just about 5-10 minutes ago. I don't smell that no more. And I know Sauvage is supposed to be a kicker. It don't kick. And back to what I'm trying to do to get, you know, this resolved. Like I said, I talked to customer service. You know, they try to talk down on it, saying, hey, we don't sell fakes and da 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 da, and I don't know if that line is supposed to be there on that bottle also. If you guys can notice, I just noticed that. I'm not sure if that whole bottle is supposed to be smooth, so that could be another indicator. Anyway, yeah, they try to claim they don't sell nothing fake. I'm like, hey, this bottle I got is fake, and I don't want my money back. Honestly, I just want an authentic bottle of Sauvage EDP. I need that in my collection. I don't want the toilet. I want the EDP. That's why I save the money and try to buy it. They try to save $10, but you don't think that an actual fragrance store is selling fakes. And that's the whole point of this video. You have to be aware of all these places now. Do your research. And the main teller, like I said, it is the bottom of it. You don't even have to smell it to know that the bottom of the bottle is supposed to be, the information on the bottom of the bottle is supposed to be engraved. And this one is not. Any expensive bottle of cologne, I'm pretty sure they have it. I got a couple here to show you, like the Blue de Chanel. The batch code number is on the bottom, and it is engraved, etched, laser etched, however they do it, inside the bottle. You cannot remove it. Same for my Sauvage Interlude. Their batch code number on the bottom is etched. You can feel it with your finger. You cannot remove it. Same for the Jean Paul Gaultier bottles. All their information etched in the bottom of the glass. Because they know counterfeiters, now they are, some of them are starting to put the etching on the bottom, but most of them don't, and they know that. So this is kind of a good security measure. Even on the blue one that I have, everything is etched on the bottom. So, and he also said when I talked to him that sometime the manufacturers or the company changed how they manufacture the bottles and do the batch code. And I'm like, well, why would they stop etching the bottom of the glass to make it easier for the counterfeits? Why would they just start painting and printing the bottom of their glasses? Dior, why would they do that to make it easier for the counterfeits? So, no, I didn't do it. So, yeah, so I talked to customer service, and they said they're supposed to be getting me in touch with a district manager. So I talked to customer service, and they're supposed to be sending my information to a district manager, and the district manager from that area fragrance outlet is supposed to be getting in touch with me to, I guess, see what they can do about this, since I'm out of town and I can't just drive to the store to do an exchange. The nearest store, I think, is 3 hours away, but I will drive 3 hours away, only if they're willing to properly compensate me. I'll do it, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated with another video on how this is resolved. I need you guys to watch out for counterfeits from the actual fragrance stores. Fragrance outlet sold me a fake Sauvage. I don't think they know. How do you know if you don't open the bottles? But whoever their distributor is, they know. And they've gotten so good that they can trick the quality control of these big places and get these bottles passed, and they are selling these. So I'm sure it ain't fragrance outlet ain't the only one. So be careful with your Sauvages. If the batch code is not printed off, any of that information is not etched. I'm sorry, if any of this information is not etched in the bottle, that's your first telltale sign. Second, the smell. It only lasts 5, 10, 15 minutes. It's not Sauvage. Sauvage lasts longer. It projects longer. It doesn't cost almost $200 for 100 ml for nothing. People ain't buying it if it would only last 15 minutes. So I want you guys to be careful. And it's really the end of the video. I'll give you guys an update on what fragrance outlet will do. Like I said, I left the part out. Hold on. So after I called customer service, I called the actual store to try to cover, both ends, to make sure that my message does get to the district manager. And when I called the store, the lady claims the same thing that they told me on the phone. We don't sell fake colognes. Everything we have is real, and da 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 da. And I'm explaining to her, hey, this ain't my first rodeo. I got a nice collection, and I know what I'm looking at, and I know what I got. And based on what I've showed you guys, I'm not lying, So I said I thought I'd make a video of this to kind of cover my ass, and to kind of put a warning out to you guys to watch this kind of stuff. Look at the things that I've shown you guys to know it's a fake, because this one is fake, y'all. So again, that's it, my 2 cents. And there's Brandon. I'm out. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you think. Have you ever bought anything from this fragrance outlet? They have an online store too, so we'll see how they resolve this issue. Till next time.